Okay, let's get straight into it. If you're in Cape Town and you needed a car like yesterday, then this is for you. We are cutting through all the garbage to give you a straight up guide to getting wheels, even if the banks have already slammed the door in your face. No hype, just the real deal. Look, this is the reality for so many people, right? You've been turned down because you're blacklisted or under debt review, or your credit score has just taken a beating, and you feel stuck. This isn't some theory. It's about seeing that frustration and finding a genuine way forward. And this is what being stuck can actually cost you. Every single month. We're talking up to $5,000 just burned on Ubers and taxis, maybe begging for lifts just to get to work or pick up the kids. I mean, that's not just an inconvenience. It's a massive financial hole that stops you from getting ahead. And here's the real issue, isn't it? Traditional finance is completely obsessed with your past. They pull your credit report, they see a little flag from years ago, and bam, it's an instant no. They don't even look at the fact that you have a stable job and a good income right now. Your history becomes this huge wall blocking your future. But you know what? There's a totally legitimate, practical way to get around that wall. It's called rent to own. And honestly, it's become the main way people in your exact shoes are getting on the road in Cape Town. So let's break down exactly how this thing works. So this slide is where you have that aha moment. It's a total shift in thinking. Banks are looking backwards, man. Rent to own, on the other hand, looks at where you are today. They don't care about some old credit issue. They care about your income now. The only question is, can you afford the car? That's it. That's the key that unlocks everything. And let me be crystal clear, this is not some dodgy back-of-a-backy deal. It's a proper, formal agreement that follows the National Credit Act, which means it's regulated to protect you. You're basically renting the car, but with a built-in plan to own it. No banks, no credit checks, just a straightforward deal based on what you can afford right now. All right, let's talk about the real numbers. No fantasy prices you see in those shady online ads. This is what you can actually expect to pay for the kind of cars people are driving up and down the N2 every single day. Now, these are the go-to cars in Cape Town for a good reason. They're reliable, you can find parts, and they're pretty good on fuel. The Polo Vivo is still the king, for sure, but a Grand i10 or a Triber are awesome choices. And yes, a realistic monthly cost, with everything included, is gonna be in this ballpark. If you see something advertised for $4,000 a month, it's just bait. Ignore it. And this shows you why the monthly costs are what they are. See, it's not just the car. A good rent-to-own deal is a whole package. It bundles in your comprehensive insurance, a tracker, and roadside assistance. What does that mean for you? No surprise bills. That one payment covers all the big stuff, which makes budgeting so much easier. So the big question, can you get approved? It all comes down to this. They look at your net income. That's the money that actually hits your bank account. If you're taking home between R15,000 and R17,000, you are definitely in the game for a solid starter car. If you're clearing R18,000 or more, well, that opens the door to pretty much the whole range, including those popular Polos and Tribers. Your payslip is your power here. Okay, let's be real. You're gonna need some cash up front. Most deals have some kind of initiation fee or a deposit, usually somewhere between 5 and 20,000 Rand. But here's the inside track. This is often negotiable. Let's say you can show 6 months of solid bank statements instead of just 3. Use that. Use it as leverage to ask for a lower deposit. Don't just take the first number they throw at you. Look, the rent-to-own world is mostly legitimate, but there are definitely sharks out there. This part is all about protecting yourself. Think of it as your personal checklist for spotting the dodgy deals and making sure you get a good one. Let's get into the traps you absolutely have to avoid. This is the #1 question you've got to ask yourself, because the traps, they're always hiding in the fine print. I'm talking about crazy penalties for going over your mileage or ridiculous fees if you want to end the contract early. A good deal is transparent. A bad one, well, it hides its teeth deep inside that contract. So probably the most important thing you'll hear today is knowing when to walk away. If you see a Polo Vivo advertised for $4,000 a month, it's a scam. Full stop. If they ask for any money before you've even seen the car, you run. Legit companies have a physical place you can go to. And if they're pushing you with "this deal ends today" nonsense or the contract is super vague, that's a massive red flag. Now, if you want this to go smoothly and quickly, get your documents in order. This is what every single legit provider is going to ask for. Your ID, your driver's license, and, this is the big one, your last 3 to 6 months of payslips and full bank statements. This is your proof that you can afford it. Get it all scanned and ready to send. Okay, remember, this isn't just about renting a car forever. The whole point, the end goal, is ownership. This is a strategic move. It gets you driving today, sure, but it also helps you rebuild your financial situation so you can eventually hold the title deed to your very own car. And this just lays it all out so perfectly. You get the keys, you start driving right away. Every on-time payment you make builds a new, positive payment history. Then, after a couple of years, as things get better for you, that option to buy the car outright pops up. And at the end of the term, after that very last payment, the car is yours. It's a clear, doable plan. You know, taking ownership early is often a really smart move. Once your credit looks better, or maybe you've saved up some cash, you can do what's called an early buyout. It's usually super simple. You just pay what's left on the agreement, maybe a small admin fee, and boom, the car's ownership papers are transferred right into your name. No more monthly payments. Life happens, right? You might land a better job, or maybe the family gets bigger. Well, good rent-to-own deals have flexibility. You can often upgrade to a bigger car, or even downgrade to save some cash. And if things really go south, a fair contract will let you just return the car without massive penalties. That's a safety net that bank finance just doesn't offer. And this isn't just talk. This is a real story, right from here in Cape Town. A car became a tool. It became a way to start a side hustle, bring in more money, and get out of debt review way faster than she thought possible. She didn't just get a car, she got a tool to multiply her opportunities. This is how you use Wheels to rebuild your life. So, here's the bottom line. Your past credit history does not have to be a life sentence. There is a clear, legitimate path to getting the car you need to move your life forward. The info is right here, the strategy is clear, so the only question left is, are you ready to take the wheel?